But the Chinese are just killing it when it comes to EVs. But we have got another example of how they are setting a whole new standard. As AJ wrote on X, Xiaomi, the world's third largest phone maker and latest joiner to the EV space, reported 2Q earnings. This thread looks at how Xiaomi is doing financially. Revenue jumped up 32%, which was driven by Xiaomi's SU7 sales, which came in at 27,307 units for the quarter. This is a remarkable entry to the EV space. Yes, I really must say, this is an incredible ramp. Remember, the self-proclaimed leaders in the EV race, GM, only sold 22,000 EVs combined with all their many models in Q2. And Xiaomi just came in and outperformed the big old mighty GM with their first EV model ever, in their first full quarter ever. This gives us a great insight to how screwed the old guys are. This is really a testimony to Chinese supply chain that is the true strength of the Chinese automotive. And this is also a big slap in the face of Apple, another smartphone company that spent $10 billion and 10 years on trying to come up with an EV, but cancelled the whole thing. And then Xiaomi comes along, tried to make a copy of the Porsche Taycan to be fair, and outperforms everyone in the history that has tried to put its first EV into the world. Very impressive, and not a good look for Apple. As AJ also wrote, Xiaomi SU7 had a strong start. However, latest July sales suggest that the sales slowed in July month over month. It's possible this is a temporary breather before sales continues to grow, but there is a risk that the SU7 already found the ceiling. This Porsche copy might also explain why Porsche's EV sales have dropped 50% year over year in the first half of 2024. Not because of the SU7 alone, of course, but when you can get this car from $30,000 in China and the Porsche Taycan start at $130,000, well, I think it's hard for a Chinese person to justify paying 4 times the amount to get something that looks so similar. And Xiaomi is coming out with a performance version called SU7 Ultra in the first half of next year. And Xiaomi claims that the Ultra can do a 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 kilometers in under 2 seconds and hit 200 miles per hour in less than 6 seconds. And it topped out at more than 350 kilometers per hour in a test at the Nürburgring track in Germany. So it seems to be a beast, and will probably start somewhere between $40,000 to $50,000 in China. Would you still buy the Porsche then? I'm not sure I would, because now suddenly the Porsche Taycan Turbo S can't keep up with the SU7 Ultra. But the Turbo S cost about $280,000 in China, and the SU7 Ultra will probably cost 4 to 5 times less than the Porsche. Yes, there is a reason why the old German brands that used to dominate in the Chinese market in the Ice Age, but it's losing the EV race. But it's not only in China we are seeing that people are not so brand loyal when they are looking at an EV. They just want most bang for their buck and a software-defined vehicle. And when China can now make a car like this, the SU7, for about 1/5 of the price, that can keep up with the Porsche in performance, well, I don't think the brand name can handle that big of a difference on the price tag. China is just killing it with EVs and at the same time killing the legacy automakers.